Unity of Houston is an inclusive church where we seek to understand and live the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters. At Unity, we welcome all people from all spiritual paths and every walk of life. We celebrate the diversity of our city and of our world, and we teach love, tolerance, and oneness, seeking to live in harmony with open minds and open hearts.
Wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are always welcome at Unity. Join us and discover that the life of your dreams is already within you.
Thank you for being with us this evening. The subject that I want to share with you this evening is living life from within out, which is the definition, the very essence of what spiritual life is all about. But it's also what creative life is about. It's also what human life is. Deepak Chopra wrote in The Third Jesus this: "In whatever way you can today, go with the flow. Do not resist or oppose. Do not control. Proceed through your day without expectations. The world seems to be a huge entity, and you a very small one. But in truth, the world is flowing through you. You are its source. To realize that truth, you must start to live as if it were true. For it is. You are its source. Do you think of that? We think we're just like a little dust mote in the world, being tossed around by the currents and the waves and the noise and the trouble and the schedules and the traffic and the family stuff and all of that. We think we're just getting through, right? When the whole time we are at the center of everything that exists and everything that is. We are the fountainhead. We are the place from which everything will flow. And certainly, most importantly, for us, our experience of it. We are the ones, we're at the source. We're at the fountainhead. In Matthew chapter 11, Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." And then he says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." When Jesus spoke those words, as they were captured and as we have read them, there is such a sense of comfort that you can lay your troubles on someone bigger than yourself, someone greater than yourself, someone who knows, someone you can share the burden with, right? And what yoke is easy is really about the ease with which we could stop resisting everything. And the burden that is being shared is not a burden at all. It's not heavy. It's not small. It is light. Light itself. What he promises is that what comes through us is the light that shines on everything, and the light that is the form and the energy through which everything is formed. And it is our minds that shape that form into what we experience. The use of pure ego and personal will is the struggle that we have in the world, and it is the one we have been taught by the world, that we have to get out there and work hard, that we have to claw our way, that we have to ask for what we want, make it happen, struggle, that we have to work hard, that we have to push ourselves, that we have to control things, that we have to hold on to what we have for fear of losing it. That's what the world has taught us about our lives, which is why we suffer, why it's so hard. But when Jesus said, my yoke is easy, he's also saying my way is easy. That you can let go. That you can relax. That you can stop resisting. That you can open your eyes and look with your heart and let go of the small voice, the small-minded voice, the ego voice, and rely on the Spirit within, for you are at the fountainhead. You are at the place from which everything comes forth. You are a portal of the infinite. You and I are a portal of the divine. What if we lived as if that were true? What if we knew it to be true? I'm not speaking about ego within, but spirit within. What is ego? Constrictive, small, fear, time-sensitive. Oh, you gotta hurry up. Oh, it's too late. Oh, if only you had done it when you were younger. If only if you had saved up. If only you had gotten educated. If only. All of those worries, all of those fears. It doesn't care if you worry about the past, if you worry about the future, if you worry about what's going on right here, so long as you're worried, so long as you're upset, so long as you're out of sight of peace, because then ego's got a job. Ego can keep it going. And if ego needs to make you feel better than other people, it will do that. If you need to feel lesser than other people, it'll help you do that. It never wants you to see everyone as equal to you or on the same page, because ego's put out of a job instantly. Because what takes over is the Spirit within and what connects us and the love that we are. What is Spirit? What does it feel like? Expansive, free, timeless, joy, wonder, open and receptive. Let me tell you a quick story. This comes from Rachel Naomi Remen. In her book, My Grandfather's Blessing, she says, Joan's hysterectomy for cervical cancer was her 5th surgery. Shortly after her 35th birthday, she entered into a battle with time, a plastic surgeon at her side. Yes, you heard right, 35, she started that. With his skill, she had stripped back the years, reclaiming the eyes, the chin, and even the breasts and the bottom of her youth. Unwilling to grow old, she examined her face and body constantly, exercised daily, and was on a continual diet. We were the same age at the time, but she looked 15 years younger. No one really needs to grow old, she said. Aging is a choice. The battle for her life began with a positive pap smear. The cancer had been diagnosed early, and a year of strenuous chemotherapy, radiation had put it into remission. It had been a tough year. 6 months after she completed her cancer treatment, we finished our own work together. At the time, her hair was just beginning to grow back. Several years afterwards, in the local market, I was stopped by a handsome, gray-haired woman I did not recognize. She greeted me warmly, and seeing my puzzled look, she burst out laughing. She says, "It's me, it's Joan." She said, still chuckling, "I'm growing old. Who would think that someone like me could be so grateful to have wrinkles?" What changed? Why, everything changed. Why, everything changed. Priorities changed. Reality changed. What is this body for but to live a life, not to be preserved in place, in situ. It should be always showing the miles we've traveled and the miles yet to go, right? In Matthew, Jesus said, "So do not worry, saying, 'What shall we eat? What shall we drink? What shall we wear?' For the Gentiles run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." That was not me. That was really Jesus. He really said that. Is that not cool? It sounds Jewish to me. I don't know. I think, therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own, shugala. That's like, here, have some soup. This requires stepping into trust and allowing God to move through us. That's what it takes for us to remember our true relationship with what is deeply true and deeply, perfectly aligned and oriented. It's counterintuitive, and it doesn't come from our experience. It comes from our deeper understanding in our hearts. Deepak Chopra says, when you ask for anything, the one is asking the one. God is asking God. And there is always a response. In other words, it comes from deep inside of you. It's not outside of you. It comes from deep inside. In Luke, Jesus said, suppose one of you has a friend, and he goes to him at midnight, and he says, "Friend, lend me 3 loaves of bread, because a friend of mine on a journey has come to me, and I have nothing to set before him." Then the one inside answers, "Don't bother me. The door's already locked. My children are with me in bed. I can't get up and give you anything." I tell you, though he will not get up and give him the bread because he's his friend, if the neighbor keeps knocking, because of the man's boldness, he'll get up and give him anything he needs, as much as he needs. Jesus sounds Jewish. I don't know. Deepak says, take the attitude expressed by the Sufi poet Rumi. Ask all of yourself. Ask all of yourself. The mechanics of giving and receiving are inside of you, Deepak says. Therefore, the next time you pray for something or you simply desire it, go through the following steps. So follow this with me. First of all, you set the intention, the vision. Express the desired outcome to yourself clearly. In other words, know what is it that you desire. But it's not here, it's here. If you feel it here, it will picture through here. Feel it in your heart. Intention. And then he says, once you're clear, let go. Detach yourself from your request after you make it. And then ease. Relax. Relax. Go have fun. Take an undemanding attitude to the outcome. You don't know what's in your best interest. You know what you think you want. Why not just accept something bigger? So let go. And just stay alert. Open to whatever comes, he says. And open to whatever the response of the universe is that gives back. And finally, trust. Trust. Know that there's always a response, and it's coming to you. So the idea is intention and let go. And ease and open and receive and trust. Jesus used the voice of spirit when he said, "Come to me, all you who are burdened, weary, and I will give you rest." From Ecclesiastes 3:11, he has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they cannot fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Eternity exists in us. Henri Nouwen, who is a Christian mystic, wrote, "When we persevere with the help of a gentle discipline, intention, let go, ease, open and receptive, trust, we slowly come to hear the still small voice and to feel the delicate breeze, and so to come to know the presence of love." And so it is.
Thank you for watching this message today. I'd like to invite you to join us in person here on campus at Unity of Houston for Sunday morning or Wednesday evening services. If you can't be with us here on our campus, you can still join us live on Facebook or on our website, unityhouston.org, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Central.